Ace Podcast.
This is the Super Co-op Squad Video Game Podcast, episode 44. On today's show, we'll discuss Gamescom 2017 and the top gaming info coming out of the convention. How close are Microsoft and Sony to creating cross-platforming gameplay? And has the DC Extended Universe decided to move back into standalone movies? We'll talk about all of this, plus have our fan favorites, gaming trivia, and name the game segments for some in-between fun. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. This is the Super Co-op Squad Video Game Podcast. I am your host, Johnny Mack, and I'm here with my good friends and fellow host, Garrett Laney.
Hello.
And Joshua Gerard.
What's good?
I might have to flip the order I introduce you guys, because that way Joshua doesn't get all upset like last time. He said he's friend number 2.
Well, that was because you said friend number 1, so obviously you're quoting me as friend number 2.
I did not say that. So every week, guys, we talk about games, movies, comics, anything that's pop culture related, and have a lot of fun with it. And we'll get into all the things that we had in the beginning of the episode that you heard about and more. But before we do hop into that, this is going to be your spoiler warning. So if there's anything that you don't want to know about or want to skip on past, make sure to go ahead and check our show notes. You can find those show notes by going to scspodcast.com or make it easy on yourself.
Ned Stark dies in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's a pretty big
spoilers.
7 years ago or whatever it was. But yeah, you can go to the details and description of this episode. There'll be a link in there for you to go ahead and review those show notes and go right to our website, make it super easy. And that way you can follow along with us, know what we're going to talk about. Or if there's something like, not for me, you go ahead and move on past it for a little bit. But other than that, guys, I think we're ready to jump into today's show.
That was a spoiler. I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
7 years, man.
I don't know.
If you haven't watched it by now,
I don't plan on watching it anytime soon.
That is your own fault.
On the bright side, that's like episode 2.
Is it? No,
a little later.
It's like 6 or 7.
My bad.
Yeah, it's okay. It is your bad. When was the last time you watched Game of Thrones? You haven't watched it 3 or 4 times now?
No, I got to wait for my girlfriend to come so I could watch HBO.
What?
Yeah, I don't have HBO.
So why does she have to, what does she bring HBO?
She brings HBO.
She brings HBO to you somehow magically?
Yeah, she brings the HBO.
Doesn't she have
and
like HBO Go?
No one else can use it.
Doesn't she have it on her phone? Just log in.
But yeah, why
use
can't
her
she just give you her passcode? Alright, well, Gamescom 2017. This is Europe's biggest gaming trade show, so much like we have the E3s, this is kind of like that. But a little bit more for what would you say? The industry, and less for fans in a lot of regards.
Yes.
So what are some big things coming out of Gamescom this year that has been big on your guys' list?
Gamescom, I mean, again, this is, Europe's E3, so it's pretty much the same things I've seen at E3.
It's a lot bigger than E3. It's like it's the biggest gaming convention in the world when it's all said and done.
Okay.
There's like thousands and thousands of people that go to this.
I think it ebbs and flows. I think certain years or certain, not eras, because eras is a long time, but every few years,
in
I think
the 13th century.
Right. Gamescom back in the 13th century was a dynasty that lasted. No, but, at one point, Tokyo Game Show used to be the biggest game show or trade show for gaming. And that changed. And then it was E3 for a good long while. And then you're right. Gamescom is extremely big.
And it's not just like the scale. It's the size of the convention. I think it's like 3 or 4 times E3.
Yeah, the
as
amount
far as size,
the amount of pure vendors and developers and companies that are there far surpasses E3. But the huzzah and the hupsa and all the light shows and stuff and all the girls and all that stuff that E3 has, the glitz and glamour, it's not going to be there in the same capacity.
Why do you think so? If this is so big for like the industry and companies, like I would imagine like what EA's there, is Nintendo there?
Yeah, Nintendo. Sony.
So what makes Gamescom more appealing than E3?
I don't think it's an appealing thing.
While people are backing out of E3, industries are like, nah, we're not going to have a booth at E3 this year.
Yeah, I don't think it's an appeal thing. I think it's more so what the show is about. And Gamescom is about having the other people in the industry, more people in the media touch your game and kind of see what it's like and get a feel for it. And E3 is like this, here's us releasing our big AAA thing so that people know about it who maybe are very casual in gaming. So I think E3 is very casual as far as like what it does.
Yeah, and E3 is more of a trade show, and it turned into where essentially the big 3 had their own individualized conferences, and then everybody else kind of came after that. And now everyone decided to do their own thing because it didn't seem beneficial to wait for a time slot or maybe try to sneak in a time slot with Microsoft, with Sony. So
As far as people leaving E3, you mean?
no, I'm talking about just even the conferences themselves. Bethesda is doing their own thing. EA is doing their own thing. Nintendo doesn't have a big presentation anymore. So they're all kind of separated versus you knew Tuesday was Microsoft in the morning, Sony in the evening. Wednesday was all Nintendo, or, they used to have those big long schedules.
Right. The reason that they're not there. Nintendo is almost literally not there.
They don't have enough to show to even be there. That's why it's all digital. And that's kind of what they do now. It's a different age for them.
All right. So anything good coming out of Gamescom? So for me, I was really happy to see a lot of info come through. First and foremost for Lego Marvel Heroes 2. They showed a lot of new characters. They're going to have a ton of characters. It had that Traveler's Tale kind of charm that I like for most of their games. And they had a ton of locations from the Marvel universe, and they showed
It's like Nowhere. Nowhere's one of them.
Mm-hmm. They had the multiverses featured so heavily, which was really awesome for me as a comic fan. So I like that quite a bit.
Yeah, you're the big Lego guru out of the three of us, right?
No, he'd be more the Lego guy.
Probably.
I'm more the comic guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's the Lego guy. Johnny's the comic guy. And Joshua's there in the middle.
I'm just the guy.
How are those Lego comics?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I figured because I'm the Lego guy, he's the comic guy. You're in the middle, so you specifically just read comics about Legos.
No,
okay.
That's not the guy. I'm just the bystander.
Yeah, but it looked good, and then I just like the fact that they're really delving in, and they're having a lot more of their current characters in the comics be represented, like Kamala Khan, who is Miss Marvel.
That current. Okay. Mm-hmm. I thought we were talking like movie current. Like, of course they have the Black Panther. Right. Of course they have
Guardians 2.
Yeah, they had all those guys.
Oh, cool. Kamala Khan.
Yeah, they showed Kamala Khan. They showed Miles Morales Spider-Man. They showed Ultimate Spider-Man.
Do you think the Spider-Men will have different attributes?
A few, yeah, I think they will. But not very many differences, but some. Yeah. Like, for instance, I know Miles Morales will have the ability, I'm sure, to do his Venom sting. Ultimate Spider-Man will be able to camouflage himself.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, they've had that in the game.
Mm-hmm. And then Miles Morales can also camouflage himself, but we'll see.
Is Miles Morales just as smart as other Spider-Men?
Well, not every Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
No, not every Spider-Man is a genius. Pretty much it's only Peter Parker who would be considered like a extreme intellect. Everyone else is
Doc
mostly
Ock.
normal. No.
Come on, you can't say Dr. Octopus isn't a genius.
He is a genius, but he's not actually Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
he stole Spider-Man.
He kind of was.
Stop it.
That's semantics, sir. So yeah, I'm excited for that game. And then I know we had watched the Assassin's Creed trailer together.
I like that.
Man, I'm pumped for that. I think that's gonna be really good.
Kill the darkness or whatever.
Do you think the 1 year layoff for them helped them as far as going into this year with a new title? Because last year they had nothing. They didn't have a game.
No, they didn't have a game. I want to think that with that year off, because as far as I know, Assassin's Creed doesn't have multiple divisions. I mean, they have their Assassin's Creed China. Yeah. What did I say?
I think you said like systems or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But you meant development teams.
I mean development teams. Other than like, I'm sure one division's working on like the Assassin's Creed China.
Like portable.
Yeah.
Like where they had the Vita versions come out.
Yeah. So it's not like the Call of Duty thing where 1 year one team's doing this, next year the next team's doing that. So for them, like the mainstay Assassin's Creed games, them actually taking a year off, I hope and I want to believe that they were able to put in a lot of stuff, make this game bigger, more ambitious, and just all in general more fun.
I don't think it helped them per se, like they needed the year off to make a quality game, but I think being able to take a year off gave them the time to really think, how can we improve, change, and make a different type of Assassin's Creed? And I don't think you really can come up with an origin story that quickly with all the different details, such as having a somewhat skilled tree and being able to customize your weapons and items. That's something that hasn't been really, what's the word I'm looking for? It hasn't really been in an Assassin's Creed game as deep as we saw it as the E3 trailer. And I'm looking forward to see how they continue to expand on some new takes.
So from what I saw from this Gamescom trailer and what I liked is that it seemed to focus very heavily on story. For me, Assassin's Creed, honestly, they don't need to innovate very much as far as gameplay. The combat is perfect almost. I mean, the only game I can think...
Damn near Arkham.
Right, yeah. That's the only game that I think is better as far as just pure, enjoyable action combat would be the Batman Arkham series. And even then, that Batman kind of stole it from Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed was first. They did it first with the whole counter system and all that stuff.
Sims did it.
Yeah, right. So I don't think I need them to innovate too much. But what I think was they had a lackluster story in like the last 3 games. Like it's just, it was really rough. Like they had all this Desmond Miles stuff in the future, and then like bouncing back and forth, and then like they kind of fell off. They spoiler, I'm sorry, Desmond dies. Yeah, I'm sorry. We warned you in the beginning of the show, man. So yeah, like this, hopefully that brings them back around to a great story, and that's what I want.
I mean, even just having an RPG system, that's a huge change.
It is.
Having it so there's gear and there's attributes and a skill tree. I believe we saw. Just being able to truly customize your assassin and to be able to take any angle you want, and do you want to be stealth? Do you want to poison this guy? I wouldn't be surprised if they have it so you can like poison a barrel of
water.
What do they drink in ancient Egypt? What kind of alcoholic beverage?
Wine?
Ambrosia. Yeah, poison that.
Nectar of the gods.
I think this would be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Another game for me that I think is doing much better, and I just love the fact that this company, I mean, they get a lot of crap, EA does, but they really, I think, have taken a hard look at Star Wars Battlefront 1 and what a travesty it was coming out as far as, in comparison to what fans wanted and what was delivered. And Battlefront 2 looks poised to be what it should have been.
That updated multiplayer trailer looks awesome. The gameplay for space battles.
Yeah,
spot on.
Yeah, I mean, that was the biggest concern with space battles. You couldn't even really battle in the air. It was just a kind of thing you had to get randomly in Star Wars Battlefront 1.
Power up.
Yeah, and in this one, it's a whole mode. People were clamoring for it. There's a full-on story mode. It's like a fully fleshed game.
I would like to see, I don't know if they've already shown or if it's even possible, but kind of have that multiplayer space battles that we saw. But you can take one of those ships and go on planet and get out and just start fighting. Yeah, no,
I agree. I think that would be cool to have still have a campaign where a competitive multiplayer where it's mixed. You can do both.
Yeah.
But having 3 separate modes would be great.
Yeah.
So, any other titles you guys want to mention?
Yeah, I mean, they talked about other stuff. They showed a new Mario Odyssey level. They updated some stuff on Samus Returns. Sony announced a new limited edition PS4. Microsoft announced Xbox One Scorpio edition for pre-orders, which I missed out on, damn it. But one game that I was interested in, it's, I don't know if it's called Fae or Fee, one of EA's games. I actually forgot to tell you guys. I don't think you guys looked it up.
I saw it. It's got a fox in it, which pulled me in. But then I watched gameplay and I went out. It's
very interesting. It's just it's very colorful, very.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's very colorful, very organic, and it looks like an adventure game, kind of Zelda-ish, where you're exploring these colorful worlds. You have animals, and from what I remember hearing someone talk about it, it's based on certain sound effects. Like your character can do different sounds and different cues
calls and stuff. Yeah,
to call out different animals and kind
reminds
of
me a lot of like Pikmin or Overlord. It seems more kind of like a minion based kind of game.
Kind of doesn't,
which
not
is what
too
threw
much.
Me off.
And then I also heard that it has Metroidvania-like essences where
me back in.
There's certain places and areas you can't go to, but once you get different calls and different ways to interact with that, you unlock different areas based on that. So you kind of have a progression system. So I'm interested to see what this game really does, and if it's going to be a full-fledged game or if it's one of those indie titles.
The more you talked about it, I could just see like envision this idea of Garrett like a big giant bass as a fish, like on a line, and you're throwing the line of the game trying to reel him in, and he's just fighting you. He's fighting you, and as you're explaining the game more and more as something he likes, he's just kind of giving up. You're reeling him in, and you just got a big old Garrett fish now. You just
as soon as I said Metroidvania, he's like,
you didn't snap the line like Noctis.
you got him. So good job, man. Just put him on the boat, snap your picture, you hooked Garrett on Faye.
Nice.
So cool. Any other titles to wrap up before we move on?
I mean, they showed Evil Within 2, some more of that. Final Fantasy 15 on PC. Mods are going to be crazy. Shenmue 3 got its first trailer. It looks visually, as far as the art and the scope of the game, it looks beautiful. But then when you get to the character models, it looks like it's a PS3 game. So I wasn't really too excited about that, but we'll see. It's a Kickstarter crowdfunding game. And then they also said Skyrim, Doom, and Fallout VR games are going to come in November and December.
Nice.
So there's that.
All that, yeah. Before we do move on, I'll go ahead and just mention, I believe we're talking about it later on in the speed run, but Jurassic World Evolution.
Oh, yeah.
I am very excited for that.
Yeah, you want to take an extra minute now so you don't get a short minute in the speed run.
Yeah, we'll talk about a speed run, but yes, just want to let you know that it's coming up. I'm excited for that game. It looks awesome. So there's that.
Build your own park.
All right, guys. So here we go. Fan favorites. Every week, we pick 10 rapid fire questions and each of us answers to see where we stand opposed and united in fandom. So play along and find out what are your fan favorites. I believe, JG, you had the pick this week.
I did not.
No, you. Oh, that's right. Last week was me. GL, you did.
Green Lantern.
See what he's doing? He's switching up that order like he was trying to talk about.
Trying to make,
put me on blast.
Well, now I'm friend number
better,
2. All right, so Joshua, last week we have mentioned that we saw a movie,
Yes,
The
we did.
Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yep, it was pretty good. So if you ended up watching it, let us know what you think about it.
Got me thinking, a hitman being bodyguarded by a bodyguard.
Sounds like an Inception.
literally makes no sense. But okay.
What if between these two people, characters, whatever, you have to choose who you want to be your bodyguard while the other tries to kill you?
Okay. So we're picking the one to protect us.
Yes, pick the one to protect you. This is called Hitman and Bodyguard.
Ah,
Yeah, see, I play on words there.
inspiration.
So we're just picking bodyguard, so that way by omission, the other one would be
Yes,
Hitman.
yes, the other one will be
picking,
Hitman.
picking the bodyguard.
Pick your bodyguard.
All right.
All right. First up, Deadpool or Deathstroke?
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
I'm gonna go Deadpool.
Wait, we're picking bodyguard,
You're
right?
picking the bodyguard.
Okay, perfect.
I picked Deadpool. Well,
I said
fans are after, sorry. Next up, Agent 47 or 007?
47.
47.
I'm gonna go 007.
Wow.
Diva or Genji?
Genji.
Diva.
I'm gonna go Diva. Baymax or James P. Sullivan?
Baymax.
Baymax.
I'm gonna go Baymax. Alien or Predator?
Predator.
Predator.
Predator. Godzilla or King Kong?
King Kong.
Godzilla.
Godzilla. Light Turner, sorry, Yagami or Rorschach?
Light.
Light Turner? Light Yagami?
I will also pick. Oh, no. Light Yagami. Next, Spawn or Scorpion?
Spawn.
Spawn. And last but not least, Ryan Reynolds or Samuel L. Jackson?
Are we talking about the characters in the movie? Or
No,
just the
we're
people?
talking Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson.
I'll pick Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Ryan Reynolds.
All right, let's go ahead and break these down here.
All right, so first one, Deadpool or Deathstroke?
Okay. Deathstroke is a hitman, or he's contracted for hire. If his job is to protect me, he's going to make sure that he protects me. Deadpool probably don't give two craps if shit goes sideways.
No, Deadpool cares. Deadpool cares. You asked for his help, and somehow you had the money, or you had the unicorn he needed.
I feel so he can get his jollies off.
Shooting out rainbows and stuff.
So the thing with, I couldn't pick Deadpool as my bodyguard because I feel like he just would too easily go off the reins and murder me himself or abandon me, or like, Deathstroke would be coming and like we'd be prepared and then a butterfly would fly by and
He'd be like, oops.
yeah, he'd get distracted and then there goes me. So yeah, I have to go with Deathstroke.
You'd be like the guy in the Deadpool 2 trailer, just lying on the floor and he's like, oh no.
right.
You need all that?
Yeah, I'm getting murdered. I'm getting murdered by Deathstroke, and he's taking an hour to put on his costume. So nah, Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Deathstroke's he's a professional. Deadpool is just a really spunky amateur.
But he's hard to kill.
That's true. It's true.
All right. What do listeners say?
So listeners, they went the other route. They went 75% Deadpool as their bodyguard. 25% said Deathstroke as their bodyguard.
There we go. Chimichangas.
You're all dead. That's what happened. a lot of death and dead there in their names.
All right. Next up, Agent 47 or 007?
What is any okay, first off, who is your 007 agent? To
My
protect you?
007 is freaking,
If you
hold on. Sean Connery.
okay, that's
Okay.
that's
Did
not
you think-
that's acceptable.
Did you think, hold on. Did you think I was going to go
Pierce
Daniel
Brosnan?
Craig?
I thought you were gonna go Pierce Brosnan.
No.
I was
Oh,
he's
he's
like
like
telling
the
you to
worst
get out of
one.
my house.
That is the first 007 movie I've ever watched in its entirety.
That's fine.
Is one of those, but
Yeah.
no. Oh man, after I saw Dr. No, Sean Connery, man.
Pierce Brosnan.
He was a
you
sexy man.
pansy.
Sean Connery was a sexy man, not Pierce Brosnan.
Not Pierce Brosnan. Okay, so who's your pick for a 007 then? Both of you.
We picked Agent 47.
No, I know. But I'm
saying
this is an off question.
Oh, okay.
Since I'm being judged here, I want to hear your guys' answer.
I can say Sean Connery's up there. He's pretty good.
No, you were debating when I just said that. You're like,
I was thinking it through.
I like Daniel Craig and some of the.
I'm not a Daniel Craig guy.
All right,
I'm
He's
not
too
either.
much like a thug.
And he's gonna protect me,
That's fair enough.
Mr. Thug.
All right, back to the question at hand, though. Agent 47 or 007?
Yeah, I gotta have Agent 47.
I do know. Sorry. Go ahead.
Agent 47 as my bodyguard because I do not want that man coming after me.
No, his job is the hitman.
Right.
Oh.
See what I did
Yeah.
there?
And,
No.
007's gonna get a martini, shaken, not stirred.
Not stirred. Yeah.
He's gonna be hanging with the ladies.
Yeah, he's not really gonna be focused
But he's going to have
on
all
me.
those cool gadgets, and if he needs to protect someone, he will protect them. He will
but
get that job
Agent
done.
47 doesn't need any gadgets.
Agent 47's good at killing. He's not good at protecting.
I think he could protect me if needed.
If
because
he-
his protection, sometimes the best offense is
Defense?
good defense, right? And vice versa. So he'll go kill,
Exactly.
007
Yep.
for me, thus protecting my life.
Exactly.
I don't know. We'll have to agree to disagree, or we'll let the listeners decide.
It was split right down the middle.
That doesn't help
What?
us.
50% for each
Oh,
as a bodyguard.
wow.
Have we ever had a vote go 50-50?
I think this is the first time.
Dang.
Yep.
Jeez. Okay. Well, they were no help at all.
None. Y'all didn't help at all.
Well, we win because Johnny's two your one Gary.
The
Johnny
war
and I are
will
2-1.
continue. All right. Next up, we have Diva or Genji.
All right, so I've never played Overwatch,
I know.
and I see a samurai versus a girl with a doll, a robot doll,
I think you
Doll,
were vastly
huh? I was
underestimating what Diva
mech.
has. Yeah.
robot mech
it's
doll.
It's a personal mech.
She's a doll. I don't know. I got the ninja on my side.
Cyborg ninja. Okay.
That's all I
okay.
got.
I had to rethink it, and I maybe should have went Genji. I'll stick with Diva, only because, if things go sideways and the robot blows up, she's like us to fight, and she hops out, and she's
Zero suit diva.
Yeah, so like she gets 2 lives, so she can get it done with 2.
I mean, not only is there that, but if things go really sideways, nerf this.
yeah, no,
Cyborg ninja's not gonna.
don't nerf this. I'm in the room.
No. She's on your team, so you take no damage.
Overwatch rules. Oh man. All right. Well, listeners, went whole other way. Genji took 87% of the votes.
Yeah.
Diva took 12%.
Fair enough.
So the assassin
All right.
ninja is what they went with.
All right.
So there we go. I think you missed one, by the way.
Nope.
Guile or Nash? Well, it's too late now.
Next up, Guile or Nash.
So we skipped this one. Our bad, guys.
So,
No,
all right, we can
Garrett's
do
bad.
it. We can do it right now.
Garrett's bad. Guile.
Guile.
Guile. All right.
Yeah, there's that. And the listeners, Guile's just better than Nash. That's all there is to it. Listeners chose 62% as Guile, 37% as Nash.
He's got the theme song.
Yeah.
What
are you doing?
He's doing Nash. Mash. Mash.
I was like, what the hell is he doing?
Gal- old 70s. Nah.
You've killed Street Fighter. Guile's a family man.
Guile's a family man, but he's got that theme song. That's,
He's got
that's
the
all I
hair,
gotta
too.
say.
He's got
Ooh,
the
the
hair.
hair? Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, listeners.
62% said Guile, 37% said Nash.
We did that, right?
We did,
You already
yes.
said that? Might be again. Next up, Baymax or Sully.
Baymax is probably going to be there. Thick and thin. Sully was just going to complain about it. He might cry about it. And if there's a kid around, like if you say, hey, your job is to protect my kid, you're screwed. He's scared of kids.
So Baymax has a protector. He'll do fine. He doesn't sleep. He doesn't need anything besides some electricity.
And he's got armor.
He's got some armor. Even without the armor, I'm okay with him. Sully, I picked him as the hitman because he doesn't have the stones to kill anybody. But I've seen Baymax when he got that
That chip,
that
that
evil-
murder
that
chip.
programming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
don't
why I
want-
picked him.
I don't want to deal with that,
Yeah.
man. Sully, I dare you to kill me,
Mm.
man. I saw you a kitty. With Boo. Let her call you kitty. So nah, man.
And then if Baymax gets beaten up, he just taped himself back together.
That's true.
He does tape
Just
himself
one
back
piece of duct tape. That's all we need to repair him.
It must be even the Scotch tape.
Yeah, right. So 50-50 once again. From our listener
I'm doing
poll.
it. I'm making the tough choices for everybody, and it's working out. This is what keeps people coming back.
Yep, but our vote counts again, so Baymax
Yes.
wins.
Yeah.
We all.
We're the tiebreaker here,
Tiebreaker.
since there's three of us.
All right, next up.
Next up, Alien or Predator.
Okay. Predator's job is to hunt.
He's literally a predator.
I don't want him on the other side. And I think he'll do better. He's got weapons, he's got tools, he's got laser bolt blast, he's got, I don't know, I guess that would be a chakra. He's got explosives, I guess.
And you talked about, Diva nerfing this when
if
Predator goes
the
down.
ultimate,
He's dropping a nuke on you.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. Go out like a hero with honor.
I mean, and then, Alien, he answers to a higher power, the Queen.
Yeah.
So very easily he could be protecting me, and then once he
and then Queen, if so chooses, I need him for
we need more
harvest.
babies.
Yeah.
Bring him in here. Get him in my chamber.
They'll use you.
Jump on this.
Yep. And the babies will. They be all up on you.
So 75% of our listeners chose the Predator. Get down.
Yes.
And 25% chose the Alien.
Really?
Get away from her.
Get down.
Get down.
Uh-huh.
Get through the chopper. Kill me. Come on.
What are you waiting for? Do it. Do it now.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Everyone just chill out.
That is the wrong movie.
All right. Next up, Godzilla or King Kong.
Okay. So since we're on the plane of protecting, King Kong found a nice little girl, nice woman to protect, and that was his sole purpose in life after that.
'Twas beauty that got him killed, though.
I mean, you realize, though, that he knew her for about 8 minutes and then died.
Yeah.
No, but Godzilla, I mean, he is nature's security. He's nature's bodyguard.
I don't...
No, you don't follow that? No? You gonna tell me I'm wrong?
You're not wrong, I guess, but...
Uh-huh.
They got a film coming out about it sometime in the near future.
I mean, Godzilla's clearly better.
Yeah.
He's got those claws and teeth.
What kind of attack?
Laser blast?
He does...
Plasma fire?
It's not a laser blast, but...
Thanks for taking it, because the last time I said something,
I
Johnny was
remember.
like, no, that's not what it is.
Well, because you said straight
He's
up.
not shooting out lightning.
Did you say lightning or just straight up fire? I don't know.
I said something.
But yeah, you
Johnny
called him out.
Correct me.
I called you out on it right now. I did to you too. And then, King Kong, technically, I think he shoots electricity. Not in the new ones, but in the old school ones.
That's okay.
Yeah, like I
Did
think
not know that. Like Peter Jackson or like way back?
I think like King Kong versus Godzilla, like in the 60s or whenever it was. I think because Godzilla could shoot fire or, radioactive, like heat, whatever it is, they gave King Kong like electricity. So, yep.
Godzilla can also fly.
No.
I will show you. I will show you,
Looks
and I
weird,
will post it.
It's like about the thing where he like flies backwards or whatever.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, another 50-50 split here.
Damn.
With our listener poll. So, yeah.
I'm pretty sure we have more than
but we
two
also
votes.
broke that one too.
Yeah, there are more. There's a lot more than 2 votes. So, yeah, it's not like it's 2 people going back and forth.
But we broke that tiebreaker as well.
We did, yes.
All right. Next up, Light Turner or Rorschach.
Can you just say Light Yagami? We're not going based on that Netflix travesty.
Oh, they got a different last name?
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was a terrible movie.
You guys both watched it?
Yep.
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
All right, so if whoever picked Rorschach as your bodyguard is a fool. You're a fool.
You're gonna turn on you.
I'm sorry, listeners. I'm sorry. Did you pick Rorschach as your bodyguard?
I did not.
Yeah. Light has a death note.
Yep. All you guys to do is write your name down.
Write your name down.
Rorschach dead.
Well, no,
it wouldn't
because
work.
Rorschach has a mask on of a Rorschach. He has a Rorschach mask on.
Thank you.
And his actual name isn't Rorschach.
His name is not Rorschach.
No, it's
yes.
So he is completely immune to the death note.
Okay.
Yeah, but on
then what's
the
our
flip
point?
On the flip side, though, Light, we don't have secret identities. Light can get our name. We're his target.
Just look up a yearbook.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Yeah, search us on Facebook or LinkedIn.
God. Light with a yearbook? He's got the name and face right there.
Yeah, you're done, man. So
yeah. There's just. I mean, Rorschach will probably. It's tough to say because if you pick Light as your bodyguard, Rorschach's getting Light,
right?
Like done, and then he's getting you.
Yes.
So we made the wrong choice.
But go ahead.
Either way, I mean, if you pick Rorschach, then Light figures out who you are. Boom,
Just
done.
write your name
Hitman
down.
finish.
Yep.
Yeah, probably put in Rorschach kills Garrett.
Bodyguard.
Thanks, bodyguard. You're protected.
Why?
Oh man,
I don't know.
I gotta
don't
watch
know.
that Watchmen movie. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I've been thinking about rewatching it.
Yeah, I'll
It's
watch
been a
it.
long time. But yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't, really.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very, very good point. All right, so 87.5% of our listeners chose Rorschach. 12.5 said Light Yagami.
And we went to the point fives.
Hope you have a
Yep.
secret identity.
If not, you're out of luck. Next up,
Next up, Spawn or Scorpion. Both from hell. Kinda.
There's no argument here.
I agree. Spawn is
Spawn.
ultimately more powerful than Scorpion.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a spawn. He's a hell spawn.
What's
Yeah.
Scorpion gonna do?
Get over here.
Have you guys-
Spawn's like,
He's got like
no.
4 more chains.
Exactly.
Scorpion.
Got a big cape too.
And he's got swords.
Oh, that
and
cape is
hell
so cool.
powers. His cape is cool. I'm gonna sound like Johnny here and say, have you guys read any Spawn comics?
No.
Unfortunately not. However, I did just buy, and it came in yesterday. So I found out that Keith David voiced Spawn in the HBO animated
You
series.
didn't know that?
Did not know that. Bought it immediately.
Wow, that's cool.
No hesitation.
So I'll be checking that out.
Mhm.
But no, I've not read any comics.
It's a good comic. I mean,
Yeah.
it's gone on for, I don't want to say too long, but it's still going on. It's long. I mean, they got a couple hundred. I mean, I think they're at 300
Would you
now.
say it's got good lore?
It-
like, will I be interested in the world?
I think in the beginning you'll be very interested in the first like 150.
That's good enough for me. That's a pretty good
Yeah,
amount.
that's a good run. So 62% of our listeners chose Spawn, and 37% chose Scorps. Scorponok.
Really?
I mean, I had
Scorponok?
Scorponok. Scorpio.
That's terrible.
Last one.
All right, last one. Ryan Reynolds or Samuel L. Jackson.
You never go against Samuel L. Jackson for anything.
You don't want to F with Samuel L. Jackson, man?
Yeah. I agree.
No, but does he have the killing bone?
Yes.
He plays himself in every role that he
Yeah,
does.
this is
That-
true.
that's what he is like in real life.
If I had to put my life up that Ryan Reynolds will murder me or Samuel L. Jackson will murder me, I am very certain Sam will murder me without a second thought, without hesitation,
That dude's
without
probably
dropping a mother effort. He'll just murder
he's
me.
probably hood on the inside.
Probably.
And I will strike you down.
Ryan Reynolds will just
he
crack a
just
joke or
the
something.
whole monologue right before he
He's
kills
just
me.
like, my bad. I couldn't do anything.
I mean, I think Ryan Reynolds might talk me to death or
Don't put
joke
me
me
in
to
a green
death.
suit.
Yeah.
Don't make it animated.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
to end it, another 50-50
Oh,
with Ryan Reynolds and Sammy Jack.
Man.
So there we go.
Nice.
Well, thanks, Garrett. That was a fan fave for this week. If you got any ideas for themes for next week's fan favorites, help Joshua out. It's his week next week. Give him some themes. Reach out to us.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's going to be his week?
I'm sure this
Could be
time
your week.
It's not mine. We're not
please let it be your week.
So
Give me.
scspodcast.com. You can go on there and talk to us on our website or email us contact@scspodcast.net. All right. So this is going to be an opinion piece and an open discussion. So Microsoft and Sony have been in, let's just say, early
Cahoots.
talks. Yeah. Maybe cahoots too. Who knows? To possibly bring crossplay to life between the two parties, in a more, I want to say like more open role, but there's like no games that do it. So the beginnings of an opening, to this type of thing. So how do you guys feel about crossplay? Is it a good thing for the industry? Is it a bad thing? Who does it benefit more?
Have you guys seen the meme? I don't watch wrestling. I think it was John Cena. And I think the Undertaker, and it shows them like kind of squaring off face to face. One of them says Xbox and the other one says PlayStation. And essentially they go to shake hands as in like they're going to make a deal.
Yeah.
And then split second later, they're just taking jabs and throwing elbows at each other.
Much like wrestling.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, this is something that should have happened a long time ago. I mean, we kind of heard about it that one party wanted to do crossplay, which I believe was Sony with Street Fighter V.
Was it Microsoft that wants to do crossplay? And Sony was like, nah, we don't want to touch that Microsoft.
No, I think
Microsoft
it was the other way around.
No. With Street Fighter? Why are you talking about why Street Fighter is not on Microsoft's console?
Yeah, isn't it because Microsoft didn't want any part of crossplay?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Capcom wanted to have crossplay and unite everything because you can play PS4 and computer, but you cannot. They did not.
Really?
Microsoft didn't want to have anything to do with it.
That's
Garrett-
why
Garrett
it's a
thought it was the
Sony
other way around.
exclusive?
That's why it's a Sony exclusive. It's all on
Screw
Microsoft.
you, Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is something that should happen. I mean, Rocket League is gonna eventually have it if it doesn't already.
I thought you said Rock Lee.
It needs to happen. They need to expand on this and essentially bring the community together. You're going to get more people to play your game that way.
So
Well,
go
I
ahead.
think anyway.
So I think right there, what you said at the end, Joshua, was key. You're going to get more people to play your game that way. But that's not what Microsoft and Sony care about. They don't care about a third-party developer's game getting played more. They care about pushing their product and gaining market share for who has their box in their home. And theoretically, I think they're afraid that if they have third-party titles that are on both consoles, that might push people to not purchase their console. So let's say in America, where, I mean, this, at least for this console cycle, the PlayStation 4 is in more homes than on, than the Xbox is. If all the third-party games that I might want to play with my bud on Xbox for that particular title, let's say, for instance, I don't know, any game.
Call of Duty.
Oh, Overwatch.
Let's say Overwatch. I play Overwatch with my PS4 dudes, and then I play Call of Duty with my guys from work on Xbox. Well, if they're all cross-platform, I don't need to buy two consoles. I can game with both sets of friends with my one console. And that's, I think, what they're afraid of happening.
Yeah, whatever console was not purchased loses out.
Yeah, and so let's say, for instance, since Microsoft right now is in second place, it's just how it is. Sorry, Microsoft fanboys.
Are they in second place?
Well, yeah.
To Sony? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I mean, like, with Nintendo.
I think right now, yeah,
definitely. They don't count because most of the third-party AAA stuff is not coming to Switch.
And then also, no matter how well the Switch is doing right now, it's doing amazing. There's still more Xbox Ones in homes than Switches. They're just more sold.
More widely available.
Yeah, that too. So I think that might be what they're afraid of for cross-platform play. But yes, it would be great for the consumer.
So I'm a little bit on the other side. Cross-play, I think, is good for the industry. I don't think it's needed.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be for every game.
No.
Expand on that. Why is it not needed?
Mostly just for me. I don't really care. I have all the systems anyway. I got to get all the systems so I can get the exclusives for whatever. Cross-platform doesn't make it so I can play, Gears of War with my buddy on PS4. Gears of War still has to come out on PS4.
Right, but let's say that's only 5 to 7 games that you're going to have that problem with.
Yeah.
Most of the games you won't.
Okay. Question.
Yeah.
You have Overwatch on Xbox?
Yes.
Do you have any friends you play Overwatch with?
Yes.
What if they all gravitated towards the other console?
Then I'd be playing on the PS4.
But do you have it on PS4?
No.
Well, that's what. So you would essentially have to go buy another copy.
Yes, but because they're my Xbox friends, that's not an issue.
I mean,
for now,
just take the hypothetical.
Okay. I will take the hypothetical. That is what would happen. And hypothetically, then I would have to buy another copy of Overwatch, or hypothetically, a cross-platform world would help me or be beneficiary.
Yeah,
would benefit me.
But you would be down to just buy 2? Would that not be an issue?
That probably wouldn't be an issue for me.
I think a lot of people would have a problem buying the same game twice.
I'm sure a lot of people are just used to it now. Like if you really want to play with all of your friends, you will get both versions. Now with this cross-platform, in play, that's not needed. But I think people have come to terms with that. They've accepted that.
I think they've accepted it, but I disagree. I don't think there's many people that have 2 copies of the same game because they have that many friends that are split between both consoles. Yeah. I think most friends are prioritized on one, and they either say, well, screw you, I'm not going to buy that copy because I want to play on this system, or they just bite the bullet, and then they just get it on the other console.
Yeah, I think that's very prevalent. I don't think people have 2 copies of a game in their household for, PS4, Xbox One, with the same game. I think it's not even that widespread where that many people have both consoles. I mean, I'd probably, I don't have numbers right now to support it, but I'd probably say less than 30% of Americans who have one console don't have the other. It's a lot of money to support. Yeah. And then, I mean, even us as avid gamers, how often do you use your secondary or tertiary, your third console?
Only for that exclusive title.
Just
there
exclusive,
you go. Yeah. Whatever side you lean to, PS4, Xbox One, you go that way, and then for those, like you said, so those one-offs where it's only on the other one, that's when you go there.
Yep.
The thing I think is that I think Microsoft and Sony are looking to do this at some point because they are losing ground, and I'm not going to say PC Master Race, but PC is gaining a lot of steam and ground. A lot of steam.
See what you did there.
Ding, 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 ding. But they're gaining.
Gonna fog up all those windows.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of ground because they don't have that problem. Their community is not splintered. Everyone can play on PC and interact. There's more options, and it's easier to game. And look at the prize pools for all of these games on PC.
Constant deals.
Yes, League of Legends, Dota, StarCraft. The prize pools for their tournaments are massive in comparison to anything on console. There's very few console games that can compete with that. Why? because they don't have a splintered community. So that's how I see it.
I think it's easier to put stuff on Steam too, and it's all community driven now.
Well, but I mean, that's by design of Steam, and Microsoft and Sony have restricted a lot of the things. Like, for instance, why is it that Angry Birds is $1 or $2 on iOS, but if you buy Angry Birds on Xbox One or Microsoft, it's a $29.99 game? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you because they have price guidelines that you have to abide by because they don't want to have, like a whole bunch of different prices, and then that they feel it might diminish what people are expecting to pay for the higher price games.
True.
But if I'm a developer, an indie developer, or anyone, I say, you know what, I want my game to be $5. Let my game be $5. Why are you doing that?
It's because people like Garrett don't play mobile games. Got to pay that high tier price because they don't believe in mobile.
Keep going. I'm going to make Johnny do a little bit more editing.
That's kind of how I feel on it. I don't know if you guys have anything else to share, but
cross-platforming. This is there's still going to be some differences. You're still going to have to make choices between whether PS4 or Xbox. Say when there's games with console exclusives, not this game only comes out on this console, but say like I don't know, pre-order on PlayStation, you get this pack. Pre-order on Xbox, you get this character. You know, that kind of thing. That
would be interesting. Actually, it might incentivize pre-orders in a new direction. Something to think about. The last thing I have is, I personally would really enjoy, I don't watch Twitch or anything like that very often, but I would love if they had, let's say, Street Fighter 5, or that's already out. Let's say Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite releases, right? And it's cross-platform, so, you know, people can play on PC, Sony, and Microsoft. What if Microsoft, Sony, and PC had their own teams? Like, this is the official Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Xbox team, Sony team, PC team. And then they go to a tournament, and that's what you're rooting for. You're rooting for the team that Microsoft stacked up compared to Sony's.
Now, when you're saying team, do you mean a team of players or a team of characters?
Team of players. Oh. So, you know, we have these 4 professional players that, you know, are
sponsorships.
Yeah, sponsored, and they're the Microsoft crew. They play on Microsoft consoles. They use Microsoft product. I mean, to some degree, right? And then Sony, on that, they have their group. And it will be the ultimate battle of fanboys.
I think that would be splintered, because say if you have the top 5 Marvel vs. Capcom players and they all just happen to be Sony, then
oh well.
Once they get sponsored, then they have to switch over. You know, isn't that how that normally works? Like if you're sponsored by this company, you have to use their product.
Well, but they would pick players based on what they use. So if I use Sony, then that's what I'm going to pick.
I mean, they have a stick that can play on any of them.
True.
So. Like, let's say, okay, so for instance, they have leaderboards, so Microsoft and Sony can easily check the leaderboards for who is gaming on the Microsoft side, who is on the top of the leaderboards on playing this game on an Xbox. And then Sony does likewise. And then you pick the 5 you want to represent your console based upon their leadership ranking or leaderboard rankings.
Oh, there you go. Can be done.
That would be sick. I'd be like, yeah, go. I would like that a lot. It'd be almost like national pride, like in the Olympics, but for your game console of choice. So, yeah.
Johnny's trying to bring the console wars back.
Bring it back. Console World War II. All right, guys. Well, that is our piece on cross-platform play. What did you think? What do you think? Let us know what your thoughts are, and if you think cross-platform should stay or come. It's not even here yet. Or should it not? Is it good or bad for the industry? And, how will it affect us all? All right, guys. We're reaching that point where it's the midway gamer trivia time. So every week, 2 of us go head-to-head in a best-of-5 trivia contest. The winner stays and plays, has some bragging rights for next week, and the loser has to make next week's trivia as a shameful act.
Dishonor.
Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow. So play along, guys, and see just how much gamer knowledge you have in gamer trivia.
Well, I guess I'm dishonored.
Yeah, so you lost last week, buddy.
Yeah, I did.
In a very close and low-scoring affair with the Deadpool trivia.
Damn cow.
Yeah. Dishonor on your cow. So you got trivia, sir. So what do you have for Garrett and I? Garrett, you're the champion last week on the Challenger. What you got, bro?
Y'all know what happened yesterday?
Some stupid
Mayweather
punching fight.
That's a different thing.
Oh.
Nope.
Black Manta.
Nope.
Oh, no, that was today.
So.
No, we don't know.
There was a battle.
Battle?
With Mario Kart 7.
Really? Okay, why would I know this?
I guess you guys haven't been reading up. Yesterday was the preliminaries for the Nintendo World Championships.
Yeah.
Very similar to 2 years ago. You had to go to a Best Buy location, compete to essentially
Smash Bros.
Mario Kart 7, Bowser's Castle 1. You had to race to get the best time for adults, and then the kids had a different track. So essentially, whoever got the number 1 time out of each location will get to go to New York for the championships in, I think it's October. So, in lieu of that, we're doing Nintendo trivia. Part 2.
That was a long, you brought it back around, but it took a while. I was like, where's he going? But okay.
I thought it was going to be Mario Kart, but kind of.
That's what I thought too.
All right,
let's go.
You make me feel like I shouldn't talk about stuff.
I'm sorry, man. It
was just news in the middle of it. Okay, we're going. Nintendo trivia. This could be few and far between. I guess we'll find out. You guys
we're ready.
Got your stuff ready? Alrighty. Question number 1. In what year did Nintendo get founded? Is it A, 1889, B, 1912, C, 1946, or D, 1978? In what year did Nintendo get founded? I have Johnny's answer. I have Garrett's answer. Johnny, you said they really old school. You said A, 1889. Garrett, you also said they are really old school. A, 1889. The correct answer is A, 1889.
I knew it. I was just hoping you didn't.
They've been out there for a while. All right. So Johnny, that is 1 point for you. And Garrett, that is 1 point for you. The score is 1-1. I'm doing it.
No.
Question number 2. What was Nintendo's original line of business when they founded the company? Is it A, they did food products? B, they were a taxi company? C, they had playing cards? Or D, they've been with electronics since the beginning? I have Garrett's answer. Who texts from an iPad? That's just weird. That is Johnny's answer that he gave me.
Text from an iPad.
Yeah.
That wasn't even one of the answers.
No. Never mind. Okay. Johnny, you said C, Nintendo started out with playing cards. Garrett, you had also said Nintendo started out with playing cards. The correct answer is C. They started out as a playing card company.
Dang it.
In 1989, they had playing cards. That is crazy. All right, Johnny, that is 1 point for you. And Garrett, that is also a point for you. The score is tied 2-2. Fun fact, number 1. The Nintendo Wii sensor bar does not communicate with the Wii console. It just provides infrared light to the Wii remotes, which is how the controllers use motion. Did you know that you can substitute the sensor bar for any type of light or heat source, such as candles? You can put 2 separate candles across from each other, and that replaces the sensor bar.
Yep, or a lighter. I knew that.
I did not know that. Good thing that was one of the questions.
Dang it.
Back to the game. Question number 3. What was the first electronic device that Nintendo released? Is it A, the Nintendo Entertainment System, also known as the NES? Is it B, the Game Boy? Is it C, the original Tamagotchi? Or is it D, the Game & Watch series? I have Garrett's answer. I have Johnny's answer. Get out of my head! You have both picked D, the Game & Watch series. And the correct answer is D, the Game & Watch series. I'm sure you guys know, but a lot of people don't know that there was an electronic series of games. I think there was 5, 6, 7. I don't know. There was a lot. So Johnny, that is a point for you. And Garrett, that is also a point for you. Score is tied at 3, gentlemen. Let's see if you can step it up.
We're 3-0. What do you mean step it up?
That's exactly what I said. Question number 4. I feel like you guys are looking at my answers.
I can't see your answers.
Question number 4. What is the first Nintendo game to use the Konami code? Is it A, Contra? Is it B, Gradius? Is it C, Life Force? Or is it D, R-Type? What is the first game to use the infamous Konami code? No, you do not get bonus points if you tell me the Konami code. I have Garrett's answer.
Repeat it again?
A, Contra. B, Gradius. C, Life Force. Or D, R-Type.
Cool. We're probably going to have different answers now.
Probably.
I don't know. We'll see. Johnny, you said B is Gradius that used the Konami code first. And Garrett, you said it was A, Contra.
That was my obvious choice, but I'm like, nah, can't be. But we'll see.
Well, someone's going to be disappointed. The correct answer is B.
Damn.
It is Gradius.
Why do I have to be the disappointed one?
I don't know. That's on you. So, Johnny, that is correct. You get a point. And Garrett, that is incorrect. No point for you. The score is 4-3. Fun fact number 2. Data-wise, the largest Nintendo NES game is no bigger than 6 megabytes or 768 kilobytes. By comparison, you could take roughly 2.5 Kirby's Adventure games, and that is roughly a similar size as one iPhone photo.
Ah,
Isn't that crazy?
technology.
Mm-hmm. Question number 5. The creator of Mario, Shigeru Miyamoto, is known for making a ton of games and characters for Nintendo. Which game did he not design? Is it A, Donkey Kong? Is it B, Kid Icarus? Is it C, Excite Bike? Or is it D, The Legend of Zelda?
Repeat the answers.
A, Donkey Kong. B, Kid Icarus. C, Excite Bike. Or D, The Legend of Zelda. I have Garrett's answer. I have Johnny's answer. Johnny, you said B. Miyamoto didn't do anything with Kid Icarus. That is not his game. Garrett, you said C. He doesn't like bikes, so he didn't do Excite Bike.
That's not exactly what I said.
I don't know. He probably likes bikes. The correct answer is B. He did not design Kid Icarus.
Oh, man.
So, Johnny, that is correct. 1 point for you. And Garrett, that is incorrect, sir. The score is 5-3. This is it. This is where all the marbles may or may not be off. Well, I can't use marbles. This is where all the pogs are on the table.
So, Johnny,
It's a reference from last week.
you going for that perfect score?
I guess you'll have to see, huh?
The salty run back. You gentlemen know what to do.
All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and we'll bet our points. However many points we have, we can bet up that amount. If we get the correct answer right, then we gain that many points. If we get it wrong, we lose that many points. It's a game of strategy and a game of luck.
Trivia.
Yeah, trivia.
What Johnny said. Apparently, I'm not doing that part. All right, I have Garrett's bet. Again, the score is 5 Johnny, 3 Garrett.
You haven't got the grapes.
Johnny, I have your bet. Now remember, you only get one shot, no multiple choice. I need one answer and one answer alone, and maybe a GIF if you're feeling unlucky. What is the best-selling Nintendo handheld device of all time? I'll say it again. What is the best-selling Nintendo handheld device of all time? I have Garrett's answer. I have Johnny's answer. You both picked different answers. Johnny, you said the Nintendo 3DS is the best-selling console of all
I did,
time.
and I changed
Handheld.
my answer, so we'll see if he picked my change.
Probably, because that seems to be a trend. Because Garrett picked the original Nintendo DS.
That wasn't my original. That wasn't my answer.
Oh,
So
then never
Oh,
mind.
wait, could we change answers?
no.
No.
Oh, didn't he just change answers?
Well, no,
He
I
didn't text it to me.
Yeah.
He thought of an answer and then changed it after the fact.
I'm going to text you what I think it actually is because I think we're both wrong. So just so you know,
Okay.
there's a typo there, but you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say.
I also have,
He put the do light.
yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's the
But-
DS Lite.
yeah.
But okay, so Johnny, you said 3DS. Garrett, you said the original DS. The correct answer is the Nintendo DS.
The original.
The original Nintendo DS is
Really?
the highest selling handheld for Nintendo. All right, so
Hold on. No, that's time to celebrate.
Johnny, that is incorrect. Garrett, that is correct. Now for the points. Johnny, how many points did you have?
I had 5.
How many points did you bet?
I bet 1.
So that puts him at 4 points. Garrett, how many points did you have?
3.
You think?
Yes.
How many points did you bet?
2.
How much does that put you at?
5.
That makes you this week's trivia champion.
I almost put DS Lite.
So congratulations, Garrett. That's 2 in a row. Johnny, thanks for playing.
Thanks, man.
Dishonor.
It hurts. It hurts. All right. Well, that's trivia. So I lost.
Ooh, salty.
No, I'm just sad because I had 5-0, and
You didn't even go for the big win.
I would have lost even
You
worse.
would've, yeah.
I
Yeah.
should have went with no points, and then we would have went to a run back question. I don't know what I was thinking. So yeah, there we go, guys. Hopefully you did better than I did, or hopefully you did good as me because I got 5 in a row. I mean, there's that. Well, anyway, I'm stalling for time because I'm not happy. Let's move on.
Hey there, squad mates. Just wanted to take the time to thank you for listening to our podcast. Hope you're having just as much fun as we are. If you are enjoying this podcast, please feel free to go over to iTunes and give us a review. We always appreciate that. And make sure you subscribe. The more people that subscribe, the more people that can hear us. Also, you can check out our Patreon and support us there if you're feeling generous. Doesn't matter how much you put in, all amount helps.
Very well done.
No, but seriously, guys, thank you for listening to our show, and hope you're having just as much fun as we are.
All right, so some big news coming from Warner Brothers and their DC Extended Universe and films. So we've recently learned, I say we like we got the scoop, we did not, but it has come.
This just in.
So several new facts that kind of sprung up about some of the upcoming films for the DC Extended Universe and DC superhero films. So some of the new Batfleck, I hate that term, by the way, the Batman films.
You put it.
Actually, it's Joshua.
The Batman
I should have
Affleck
edited
films.
it. Yeah.
You spelled backfleck wrong.
Yeah.
Who cares? You get the point.
Anyway, the Batman Ben Affleck films will not most likely be a part of the DC Extended Universe. There's going to be a standalone Joker and Harley Quinn criminal love story movie coming out that's going to be set just with those two. Hopefully should be in the DCEU because it does star Jared Leto and Margot Robbie. And that's going to have some other standalone movies as well. So this is interesting coming from the fact that they seem so predicated on having an extended universe, and now they seem to be branching off.
The whole reason they did not cast Grant Gustin as the Flash was because they didn't want to confuse people. They didn't want people to say, "Hey, is this part of the TV series?" Because it's
part of the
not
Arrowverse.
Yeah, exactly. And now here they are just deciding, let's have just a standalone DC universe with possibly new actors portraying the same characters as our expanded universe.
I feel like it's like the order of I feel like I'm watching Bob's Burgers, and like when on in the background he always has his little
burger of the day.
Yeah, the burger of the day. He just makes something up and it's kind of catchy and witty, but it's kind of stupid. I feel like right now with the DC kind of executive leadership as far as what they're doing with these movies, they're just flopping back and forth with the order of the day. And they don't really have a clear outline of what they want. I mean, that's obvious from the fact that, several of their films have had 2 or 3 directors, 2 or 3 script rewrites.
Reshoots. Galore.
Yes. So I feel like this is something where like, hey, well, maybe because the extended universe isn't working, let's just tell stories. Let's just go back through the history and tell great stories. You should have been doing this anyway. You shouldn't have been trying to make what Marvel did. So
I like the idea of standalone movies. I like the idea that we can get a Batman Hush story that has nothing to do with Superman in the background or Wonder Woman gives him the tips or anything like that. That it's just a Batman movie that's not connected to anything else. I think that's good. I don't think it's good to have other actors or other actors playing the same characters that they would in the universe.
You know what? As I think about it more, all right. So I think what we want, or at least what I want from superhero films or comic book movies, if you will, has changed and evolved as we've gotten more of them. Because 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, a superhero film would come out and be like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening." And the next one, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening." And then a universe. Marvel has a whole universe.
It's all connected.
Yeah, look at the world we're living in now for movies. Like, who would have thought? But that point's passed. Like, we live in the world now where superhero films come a dime a dozen. Not saying they're cheap or bad, but it's just the way it is. So you can no longer go, "Oh my gosh, they're making a movie about so-and-so."
But to expand on that a little bit, it's not even just comic book movies. It's not even just superhero movies having an expanded universe. Transformers is going to have an expanded universe, I'm sure, when they finally, out a Beast Wars film.
That'd be awesome.
And even the dark horror universe, is that what they're calling it?
I guess.
The Mummy and probably Wolfman and Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Why the hell do they need a cinematic universe?
So, but just to finish my point real quick. So I think people were really into like these trilogies and stuff because who could have guessed we would ever get a series of movies about so-and-so character? So they had to make one guy be that character. But now these movies are coming out a ton. And comic books, typically you have different writers, different artists. So, the way that one guy, Frank Miller, draws Batman might be very different than the way he's portrayed in a Grant Morrison comic. Not that he's an artist, but you get my point.
I get you.
You get my point. So, but as a reader of comics or even watching Batman on television, the way he looks and sounds will be very different between people's depiction, but it's the same character. And because the way it looks and is written is different, you get a different sense of Batman. So I'd be okay now having let's say next year comes out a Batman Ben Affleck movie, and then next year comes out Batman portrayed by somebody else with a very different tone, with a whole standalone story that has nothing to do with the Ben Affleck story.
Okay. And no, that's making sense.
Yeah,
I can get on board with that.
If we can go down that road and just tell kick-ass stories all the time, I'll be okay with it.
You know what road we're not going to go down? The road with kick-ass stories.
I mean, we'll see.
No. You know what's going on at Warner Brothers? The big old headquarters?
Stuff.
I feel like they blindfold themselves. There's a board of ideas. They're
not
just throwing darts.
Not even.
Pin the tail on the
They
movie.
just have a big old tub of sea lions or seals. And the seals pick out the idea ball. They drop the idea ball down this tube, and that creates a plot or a flashback.
Flashback. I wonder if they're bringing this out because they want to come up with ideas that just aren't canon to the DCEU, and then they're just completely trying to separate, like kind of what you were talking about, but they don't really know what they're gonna go down. I don't think yet.
I would like to think this is a move made of courage, out of them saying, you know what, let's just go back to telling great stories. But I think it's a move made out of desperation and fear, and that they're like, oh God, our extended universe, whether you're a fan or not,
it's a flop.
Yeah, Pete, it's just not doing great. I mean, they've had some success. Batman vs Superman had a large box office, but people, didn't like it, I guess. Wonder Woman did very well. Suicide Squad was a little less than mediocre at the box office. They just haven't had heavy hitters. So if they keep putting all their money and all their chips on this extended universe, they're just throwing good money after bad at a certain point. So maybe they go, let's try to see what we can do on this other side. But if you're making that move out of desperation, that's a lot different than if you're making the move because, you're just wanting to tell better stories.
I mean, of course, we want it from the latter. We want it to be from they want to tell better stories. But even if it is out of desperation, if it works, I'm happy.
Fair point. I can't argue with that. Now, let's get in specifically for me. I don't really want to see Jared Leto as Joker.
I don't think a lot of people do, based on what we've seen as different Joker, specifically Heath Ledger.
I didn't think it was terrible. It's not my favorite Joker.
There was not enough to really have a decision on, in my opinion. You don't see
because they cut out like 3 hours of Joker scenes.
Yeah, well, to find that part out after the fact, I think that was a little bit more distincting. That this character had like 10 minutes of screen time, but we did capture over 3 hours of footage.
I mean, maybe they wanted to cut all that stuff because they knew they were going to do this story, and maybe those are scenes that they want to use for this Joker Harley movie.
I'd agree with you, but we all know post Suicide Squad that movie got edited the crap out of it. Yeah, they cut that movie all into pieces.
Every time there was a new poster, it got more colors.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Right. That's so sad, right? Oh, man,
it started just like a kind of metallic font and a black background, and then we got purple and green.
Yeah. So for me, just before we move on, for Joker, he doesn't need to be shock and awe. Like,
no.
He needs to have a little bit of mysticism to him, a little bit of controlled fury. Like, you should feel like he could snap at any moment, but he's calm. Like, until he snaps. He doesn't need to be this crazy, like, just out there guy. Like, you don't have to exude that for him to have it inside of him.
I don't want to be the guy that, just is saying it just to be saying it, but like Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah, Heath Ledger's or
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson, or any of them. Honestly, any of them. Like, how? Yeah, I did somehow. Thank you. All right. So, for instance, whenever Harley Quinn came around from the Batman animated series.
Yeah.
But in every iteration that you see her in, she is like that bubbly, outgoing personality to Joker's more reserved, for the most part, demeanor until he explodes.
Yeah.
But if Jared Leto's is always, bubbly and laughy and just always like out there, extroverted, and she's extroverted, it's like they're the same character and they're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't really need an origin story. Like, we see her in the doctor's office, and she's essentially doing her job, doing her thing. And then, we already saw that in Suicide Squad to a degree. So do we really need to expand on that per se in a separate story? Or is this going to be post that and how they essentially came to be? And
no, I don't know. I don't have an answer to your question. I don't know if they're going to do that. But honestly, I would actually welcome that movie. I'd want to see that, because they always kind of gloss over it. Like, Harleen Quinzel was his therapist and psychiatrist. And then through him just being a manipulative. Yeah, manipulative and just having this mental, he's smart. And he played her strengths. Yeah, he breaks her into loving him. And I'd like to see that over a course of a movie and how that looks.
What about a course over 3 movies?
No, not over 3.
All connected.
No. No trilogies here.
Yeah, they're all going to be standalone.
Just one good movie. But yeah, I'd like to see that because even in the comics, in the books, and the series, they show it for the Batman animated series. They show it, but they never really give it to you. They just kind of say it happens, and then you see a couple of scenes, and now she's in love with him.
Yeah,
I'd like that. And you know what? It'd be a better love story than Twilight.
Everything's a better love story than Twilight.
Went there.
Have you seen those? I had to go there.
Yep.
It was too easy. You got to go for the low hanging fruit.
Fair enough.
Sure.
Other movies to be in DC. You guys have any thoughts of what else you'd like to see as a standalone film?
I mean, we already know they have Nightwing that they announced.
Yep.
And they have Shazam.
Batgirl.
Yeah. But actually, they have 2 Shazam movies, so.
Yeah.
Have they confirmed that that's not DCEU?
I got no clue, man, at this point.
Neither do I, but I do think they have confirmed that The Rock will not be playing Black Adam.
That sucks.
That
Really?
does suck.
Wow.
That is
Well,
that's WB.
They took his movie away.
That's DC.
They did confirm that that's the next movie that they are filming. Is Shazam.
Just get Jamie Foxx to do it. It's fine.
No,
It's fine. Yeah, he-
no.
I mean, he played Electro. It's fine. He's got the chops.
I really okay. He's being
Yeah.
sarcastic. I get it now.
Let's get Jason Momoa to do it. It's fine. He's big enough.
Oh, he's already doing something.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean,
A standalone movie I'd like to see not connected to any universe at all. Let's get some Batman Begins going. Sorry, Batman Beyond.
Batman
I was
Beyond.
going to say, what are you
Beyond.
talking about?
Sorry.
Yeah, I would like that, actually. That'd be
Ooh,
a
yeah.
very interesting dynamic
Terry
that,
McGinnis.
Yeah.
that many casual fans would not be aware of. So that would be pretty cool.
Ben Affleck as Terry McGinnis.
Ben Affleck as old
yeah,
Bruce
he'd be-
Wayne.
Yeah, old Batman. Or old Bruce Wayne. All right, cool. Well, let us know, guys. Sound off on the website, scspodcast.com, or let us know through Twitter at Super Co-op Squad, or email us, contact@scspodcast.net. Let us know what you think about the DC Extended Universe and what they should do. What movies are you excited for? We'd love to hear from you. All right, guys, so the speed run. So every week we'll break down 10 news stories and or fun facts that just didn't quite make the list for a full segment. We've got 1 minute per topic before we move on to the next, finished or not. Gotta go fast. Meow. In the speed run. As Bad Boys 3 gets yet another delay and is pulled altogether from Sony's movie slate, Martin Lawrence states that the film will never happen due to Will Smith's extremely busy schedule.
So I had no idea they were making a Bad Boys 3.
Yeah, I was
It's been in
aware of
talks
it.
for a while.
They have a script. They had a director ready to go. It was slated to come out 2017. It got pushed to 2018, and then now it's just off their movie slate.
They rode together and now they died together.
Well, no,
Well-
Will Smith is still going.
Yeah, Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence's career, maybe.
Yeah, no more
No,
big mamas.
unfortunately.
No, that's good.
No, we got Tyler Perry to fill that void now.
Yeah, right. What's up with black actors and like doing that?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
strange thing,
Well, at least
right?
with Big Mama, they had a plot and story, and it wasn't just to be zany and funny.
I mean, have you watched it? Medea has
Hell
some
no.
plot. Wow, I actually kind of like some of them.
That's why they keep making them, then, Johnny.
for people like me.
You're the problem.
Bad
No.
Boys is a classic. Bad Boys 2 is
Yes.
pretty funny. But
It's a great couple movies.
I think with today's action films and what we've seen in the fast movies and a lot of even the cinematic movies, I think they could do a lot of fun action. Even Hitman's Bodyguard I thought was really good. So something along those lines, but Bad Boy style.
Yeah, but
Bad
I mean,
boys, bad boys.
What you gonna
like,
do?
is this a reason to be angry at Will Smith because he's
No.
getting
No.
work?
No, he's
Yeah.
always got work.
Yeah, he's going to be busy. He's
Yeah,
Will Smith
he turns out movies all the time.
all the time. He's got like 2 Netflix movies on the way.
Yeah, he
Like-
wasn't in Independence Day because he had movies lined up. Suicide Squad.
Was that why?
It was Suicide Squad. Yeah, that's why he
Ah.
was
Turned
in
on
it.
the Neo in the Matrix.
Well, that was a long.
That was for the
time ago.
Wild Wild
I know.
West.
Yeah.
Which I do really like that movie, actually. So thanks, Will.
No,
No,
Thanks
thank
for
he
turning down.
I liked it as a kid. Now, no.
He should have been Neo.
Next. Final Fantasy 15 will be getting DLC in partnership with Ubisoft and its Assassin's Creed DLC?
Yeah. Have you seen this?
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Every time we say "Have you seen this?" I keep thinking of that. Yeah.
What is that from?
It's,
Jay Leno?
Yeah.
Jay Leno.
Okay, yeah.
What, the
yeah,
Tonight Show?
Yeah.
Whatever.
One of the late, super early show.
Yeah, but so I saw this and I'm like,
It's
I
so
was confused.
cool
I thought it
looking.
was a mod.
It's so cool looking.
It's weird. You know how they had that festival thing, the
forget the city.
Chocobo Festival, and
Yeah.
ours, it starts with an A.
It's
Damn it.
it's the big city with the power plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's
Yes.
Lestalem.
It's in there.
It's in the
there's
No, I thought it was the other one later. Anyway,
no, it's in there.
anyway, so it's it is
TikTok released in a minute.
Oh yeah,
It's Assassin's Creed. They got missions. It's an Assassin's Festival actually in Stalin,
So,
and
dress up your people as assassins
because you're on a stealth mission, and it just looks cool.
It looks neat. It's weird. This is way out of left field.
Oh yeah, it's free DLC, but then you have like Ubisoft.
That's true.
Yeah, it comes out next week.
That's weird. That's all I got to say.
Who do you think this benefits more, Square Enix or Ubisoft?
Oh, Square Enix for sure.
Next.
NetherRealm Studios reveals its next wave of DLC characters: Raiden,
Just go.
Raiden, Black Manta, and Hellboy.
Hell yes.
Yeah,
That came out of left field.
I didn't write this, Gary, so I would have given it to you.
Man,
It
I
wasn't
wanted
me.
to talk about it. If anything, you were all hyped up about Final Fantasy.
So
I'm hyped up about Injustice.
I was wondering why you're making all that
thing-
stuff.
This Hellboy thing is awesome.
Yeah, did you see the reveal trailer?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
That's
man,
so
that was
cool.
awesome. So it starts off Sub-Zero getting just smacked into a wall with electricity kind of surging through his body.
Well, did you notice that the DLC characters from the last wave were the
Yep.
ones that got beat up from the DLC characters from this wave?
Yep.
Essentially?
Yeah, so Sub-Zero, Red Hood, Starfire, all down on the ground,
Yeah.
all out for the count.
Pretty much done.
So Raiden,
Sure.
Whatever.
what? Yeah, him being in the game, I'm actually disappointed in.
I agree.
I think that's a waste of a slot. We already had a Mortal Kombat character.
I think you could have another Mortal Kombat character, but it is Scorpion was number one DLC
I mean,
character.
you have,
so.
yeah, and that's fine. That's why we got Sub-Zero. Fine, perfect.
Yeah,
But I mean,
quit circle jerking yourself here. NetherRealm.
NetherRealm.
we already know.
but that could have been anyone in the DC universe. There could have been so many more people. We got another 3 characters, and who even knows if they're going to do more after that?
Yeah.
But
Talk about Hellboy. We got less.
oh man, Hellboy in the game.
He grabbed a missile,
looks awesome.
lit a cigarette.
Unfortunately, he is not voiced by Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's sad.
he's voiced by I don't know his name, but he was in the Hellboy animated movies. Next.
Comedy Central will be hosting a South Park marathon on September 6th. This will run for 8 days and all 20 seasons of South Park leading up to the premiere of season 21.
Sorry, we didn't talk about your Black Mana. Anyway, so this is one of those things that I think would have been better as one of those Twitch marathons. I think this would have fit.
Yeah, that doesn't help Comedy Central get people to watch Comedy
Yeah,
Central, though.
True, it does unless they made a partnership with Twitch and got some money out of it. But this I can't really do anything with. This information I can't do it with. I don't have cable, and I'm not going to go on the website to watch a show.
Plus, don't you own all the DVDs anyway?
No, I only have up to season 13.
You're good then. You got all the good ones.
Yeah.
I stopped a while ago.
I mean, I don't know. Comedy Central is where they've been at pretty much since the beginning, right? So maybe they just wanted to keep their homage and stay there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool if you're a South Park fan. I mean, just
Or if you want to
marathoning
but
it.
there's no way you're going to catch up.
No, you're not going to start
You're not
season
going to watch
1 and
8
catch
straight
up.
days.
These marathons are always funny to me because no one can actually do this. No
Not-
one can
not
watch
the-
the marathon.
Not the whole thing, but I mean, when like these marathons are going on, I'll leave my Xbox on Twitch. Like when the Power Rangers marathon went on, I came home, went to work, came home, watched it. Next. Oh, okay, but I get the Mario Rabbids one. Oh, I missed out on Injustice, but I can do the Mario Rabbids.
Just go.
Okay. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle will be getting future DLC packs, including new weapons, gameplay, and story. It seems that Ubisoft couldn't resist the chance.
Good
Thank
job.
God.
You don't have to say another word for the next until it's your return again. This shocked me.
I mean, I just like the fact that it's being, I don't know, not bundled, but supported.
Yeah, I'm cool with being supportive, but I mean, your first wave of DLC is just weapons, and you already have a bunch of weapons in game. So do you really?
Unless gameplay and story as well.
Yeah, but that's not going to be the first DLC wave that comes out. That's going to come later. So unless you have like exclusive, like other Nintendo like content, that's going to be your guns and weapons. I'm cool with that, but
I am one of the harshest critics when it comes to Nintendo and not ever supporting their third-party brethren when it comes to like getting things on their console. So I like this a lot. I like the fact that they went this route, that they're bold to make this game and then support it with DLC. That's going to have some bearing as far as being Mario based.
Have they said if this is going to be free DLC or is there a season pass?
it's a season pass.
Next.
Rocket League has been confirmed for the Nintendo Switch release and will be getting exclusive cars that are Mario, Luigi, and Metroid themed.
Okay, I didn't know about the Metroid one.
It looks cool.
That's pretty baller.
Yeah.
Is it like as Samus or is it a ship?
It's the ship.
Nice.
The ship is the car. It's a car in the form of a ship.
That's cool.
That is cool. And
It looks awesome. And then Mario and Luigi is pretty much red, white, and blue splash, just like the Mario Kart.
I've played Rocket League. It was free for PlayStation Plus months and months ago,
Yeah.
probably like sometime
Well,
last
it
year.
debuted as a free.
Yeah. And, after my PS Plus ran out, I'm like, okay, not going to play that anymore. Then Xbox comes out with it. It comes out on Xbox. I'm still not down for buying it. But on the Switch, not because so much of the of the cars, that's cool and all, but being able to play it on the go now, like having that ability to play Rocket League just laying in my bed kind of thing, that's more appealing to me than playing it on my Xbox.
Yeah, and they're working on crossplay, for that game specifically.
So for me, again, great job, Nintendo. Getting something together with a third-party company and getting them some licensed stuff in their game. That just shows me that you're looking now to continue to add content for other people besides your own games. Good job.
Next.
Wonder Woman surpasses the 2002 Spider-Man movie as the highest-grossing superhero film domestically. The total amount has surpassed $404 million.
Right before it goes to DVD and Blu-ray.
Yeah. September
much.
9th? 19th?
That's
it's
crazy.
coming up.
The original Spider-Man held up 15 years here in the States.
It's a great movie. Great
Yeah.
actor, Tobey Maguire, that guy. Great Spider-Man. One of the best.
Yeah,
Not the
okay.
best
This is about Wonder
one.
Woman.
Yeah,
Congrats, Wonder Woman.
this is good.
Again, we just keep talking news. They just keep doing stuff.
It keeps
Breaking records and
keep
stuff.
breaking records. Now, again, if in the movie pass world, this will not matter as much.
So, we'll come
We'll
to
get to
Pass
that.
later. But yeah, I mean, it could change things. The thing is, I don't think they're adjusting for inflation.
No, they're not.
So if you look at it that way, Spider-Man probably still is a top dog.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
Inflation means a lot in this day and age for these movies.
Yeah.
2002, what do you think a ticket cost? $8?
In comparison to now, it's 15. Yeah, probably like $8. So
So you're talking about half?
Yeah. $202 million. Congratulations, Wonder Woman.
yeah, nice job.
You broke 200,000.
I don't have much else for you there, Wonder Woman. Good.
Next. The developers of the Roller Coaster Tycoon and Elite Dangerous bring a surprise announcement game during Gamescom. Jurassic World Evolution. Frontier Development is studio.
The notes. Oh gosh, the notes.
You guys don't pre-read this, do you?
Read
No,
with feeling.
He read exactly what you wrote.
That's why you pre-read it.
I think he was just making fun of
All
me.
right. Anyway, so
This game looks awesome.
it's basically Roller Coaster Tycoon, make a theme park,
With dinosaurs!
but Jurassic Park.
I just want to do this theme that when I open the park and like first guest coming on and just sing the theme song.
It's going to be you. You're going to have...
Bum,
You're
bum, 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 ba-da-da,
No, that's not. No, I don't want that part. Yeah,
ba-da-da,
going to have a
ba-da-da,
black avatar sitting there singing to people
I
as
want-
they walk
walk
into the
in.
park.
I didn't want the up
ba,
like.
ba, ba, ba. No,
I
I
wanted
like that.
the calm.
John
one.
Williams, man.
Yeah, he's
Great
great.
job. Great guy.
He is good. But yeah, this game looks sick. Roller Coaster Tycoon kind of fallen off. Haven't heard much from it or had a game really.
So knowing you, Johnny, you're probably just going to make a habitat, a cage, where there's a giant T-Rex, and then you're going to take a person, one of your customers, drop them in there, and remove all doors. Next!
Most definitely.
A huge hit in the cult classic Super Troopers has a release date for its sequel. Super
Super Tuper.
Troopers 2 will release on 4/20/2018. That's not ironic at all.
Super Troopers 2. Alright, did either of you watch the first one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
This was
well, it's been out
this
for
is
a very long
early
time.
college. This came out in like 03.
Meow, what did you think about the movie?
Damn it. Beat me to it. Damn it. Alright, but the first movie I thought was pretty funny. The second one, I'll see what happens. I'm not really excited for it, but I'll probably check it
I
out.
really
Meow, I
think,
guess we'll see what it's like.
Yeah, okay, once was enough.
I think they're really gonna harken back to old tropes from the first movie, because anytime you have a cult classic or
Yeah.
a fan based movie that people really want to see back, they really, really hinge on the fact that they use old jokes.
Yeah, what made it successful the first time.
And this was a crowd-funded movie.
Meow, do you think they're going to have the
Johnny.
same actors?
Stop. Yes, they are. We already know that. You specifically asked that question just so you could say meow again.
All right, Meow. Jeez.
Meow you up. Next.
Meow. AMC released a statement that they may have found a way to prevent MoviePass from working at their chain of theaters.
This makes me sad.
So I read this little article, and I don't know if this is actually going to prevent anything. What they actually did, or what they're trying to do, is they're going to not allow certain, I think, like credit cards to work on their kiosks. You have to go to the front.
That doesn't stop online.
You can't use it online. It has to be through a kiosk
fair
or
enough.
up front. So, but the problem is that means you're going to have to ban anyone that walks up with a Movie Pass card. You're going to get a lot of customer complaints.
Yeah.
And again...
And they're going to leave.
Yes, and then you're going to have all those people leave. Did you know, and since we talked about this in the last 2 weeks, I mean, not that we influenced it, but there have been 150,000 people that have signed up for Movie Pass in like 2 weeks.
You're welcome, Movie Pass.
That's a lot of money, bro.
I'll expect the check in the mail.
Now, how come we don't have that many subscribers? Sam.
It's not.
You guys listen to our podcast?
We
and
don't buy
subscribe?
people. We don't buy people movies.
All 150,000 of you heard from our podcast and don't subscribe.
Yeah,
Super Club Squad endorsed by Movie Pass.
little mean. But do you think Movie Pass is connected to any of these credit card companies, MasterCard, Visa? Because if they were, and you're like, no, Visa doesn't end.
All right, guys. Well, that is fan favorites. Nope. That is speedrun. I'm
Every
sorry.
time.
Every time. I don't know why. That's speedrun, guys. Hopefully you had some idea. Let us know what you think on the speedrun topics.
Meow.
All right, guys. Name that game. 3 games, 2 opponents, and clues for each game. Use those clues to help name the game.
All right, I think I got some pretty tough ones.
I do not need
That's good.
to be
because-
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get him again. What if we can get a 3-peat skunk on Joshua?
I didn't get
mean.
0 like the time before. Did I?
You got skunk last time you played.
No, with the time before that.
Well, I'm saying though, but like if I get you this time and skunk you, next time you're up, you get skunked again. That's a 3-peat skunk.
Man, that ain't gonna happen.
That's a skunk peat, sir.
You're talking about something that's gonna happen over a 5-week time period, man.
Here we go.
Well-
it'd actually be over a 3-week time period.
Let's see what happens. Maybe it's not so hard after all. First game, sports game from the 90s.
NBA Jam.
Nope.
NFL Blitz.
Nope. Play through levels and collect secret tapes.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Boom.
Crap.
Yes. No skunks today.
Well, at least not from Joshua.
Dang it.
All right. So the score is 1-0 in Joshua's favor. Next game, 2 powerful weapons opposite to each other.
Soul Calibur.
Okay, I'll take that. I may have made the mistake of giving it one of the.
Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah, it may have been a sequel, but okay, fair enough. That'll work.
Damn.
Well, one of the hints was Nintendo found a way to link their character in the game. All right, so 1 Johnny, 1 Joshua. It's all down to this. The last game, an exclusive launch title of the PS3.
Heavenly Sword.
No,
I don't think it was Folklore.
no, it wasn't. Use the 6-axis to control your flight.
Lair.
Yes.
I had it too. I knew it was the dragon game. I couldn't think of the name.
I was expecting one of you guys to go Warhawk.
I knew it was a Warhawk. I knew it was.
I thought it was going to be, in my mind, I was like, it's going to be some stupid off the beaten path title.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Dang it. All right. Well, congrats, Joshua.
Yes.
I
In
jinxed
the
myself, and you.
And you bring dishonor.
Yeah, you handled it. So good job to your win. I'll see you two next week and name the game. I'll be hosting.
I think that's a record now. It just keeps getting faster and faster.
That's good. It should be a quick little segment. All right, guys, listener mail. So we got electronic mail number 1 here from Crystal. It's pretty interesting. And Garrett, you'll take it away, sir.
Crystal says,
Wow.
I don't think the Xbox and Microsoft are in as bad a spot as you make it out to be. Yeah, they don't have any of the big hits this.
Any of the big hit series?
Yeah, I was trying to get there.
See?
Any of the big hit series this year. But the Xbox One X changes all of that. Having a console that is going to give me great frame rate, better resolution, and is more powerful is going to make a huge difference. Yeah, there might be 5 games that are on PS4 instead of Xbox, but the other dozens of releases will be available on all consoles. And now people will have the choice to play those on a superior console.
You think she's calling all of us out? Or just Johnny?
Well, I mean, we've all kind of been saying that, Xbox doesn't have anything.
Yeah, how dare you say that I'm the only one that has been ripping on the Xbox
Throw
One
Johnny
X.
right under that Xbox bus.
That
S-bus. No,
Well, this is kind of what I had mentioned when we talked about it last, that this is probably where Microsoft is leaning towards, because they don't have a lot of the first-party support that they're leaning on the console and what it specifically can do. And essentially, you can have your entire game catalog work on this console, so you don't have to buy a new system with a new series of games.
well, my thing is, I don't think, as pretty as the games are going to look, I don't think they're going to sell that many. At least they're not going to sell as many as they would if they actually had games coming out. They wouldn't make as much.
I think, Johnny, your point was this console is not going to sell itself based on quote-unquote games.
Right. I mean, what's going to propel this thing forward? And if it's just a console, then that may not be enough. But I mean, we actually had a few people email on this, so the next email actually we'll read has something to do with that. People are responding fairly well to this console.
That's good news for Microsoft.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and actually I'll read number 2 just so I can sum it up. I didn't put a name here because we had like 4 people. I was very surprised. All emailed pretty much the same thing, which was, hey, the Xbox One X is pre-ordering extremely well. So what do you think? Like, you guys said it wasn't going to do well, or maybe I did, I guess, Joshua, since apparently you're throwing me under the X-Bus there.
X-Bus.
So yeah, essentially they all said like the Xbox One X is doing well as far as pre-ordering, at least Microsoft is saying it is. So what do we think?
I mean, it is surpassing expectations. I think Microsoft made a very smart ploy in allowing essentially a launch edition console and calling it the Scorpio.
Okay, so hold on. I'm not going to fall for your tomfoolery here, Xbox. Just because you tell me something's pre-ordering better than ever doesn't mean anything if I don't have hard, factual numbers to go along with that. So there we go.
I mean, there's that, and there's even the fact that people won't pick it up. I mean, you can pre-order all you want, but you have to actually spend that money and buy it.
You said the exact same thing about the Switch.
Yes.
Not correlating the two together about whether this will succeed or not, but you had said because you don't have hardcore numbers about Switch pre-orders, it's kind of the same scenario. You don't know if they're going to pick it up, if they're going to make any more.
I don't think that's what I said. I think what I had said was the fact that with the Nintendo Wii U, this happened where it pre-ordered out and people expected it to be like the Wii, and then it wasn't, and they all got sold, then they got returned. It wasn't about the pre-order, it was about the sales.
Well, the difference here being that the Xbox One X, still a stupid name, is going to have a lot more third-party support than the Wii U did.
It will. Yeah, it will. As long as the games look good, I guess people truly care more about that than we anticipated.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, that is not a factor to me. Of course, I want my games to look good, but I don't need it to be fantastic, amazing. Oh my god.
I mean, if I had a 4K TV and maybe I'll get one in the next year or two as they continue to drop in price, that will matter perhaps.
I think in the last few years and how it's grown over those years, more people are concerned about graphics over story, over gameplay, over all that. It has to look good. I don't feel that way.
No.
I don't think you guys feel that way, but because of that, and now we're essentially talking about a console that is meant specifically to enhance graphic potential and is supposed to look a certain way and to look a lot better. I think people are really gravitating towards that because that's what the expectation is going forward.
Sorry, you have more?
Yeah, I was going to say the problem I see is taking the new 3DS XL, for example, or the new Nintendo 3DS. There was only 2 games that I'm aware of that took advantage of the new capabilities of advanced hardware. I don't see any games that are going to be exclusive Xbox One X games.
They won't have exclusive game. What it will be, they'll just run better. They'll just look better. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but I think if you have a title that is so far up that it's completely separates itself. I'm not talking 1080 versus 4K. It just completely looks like it separates itself. Like if you look at an Xbox One game versus an Xbox 360 game, it was a huge difference in a lot of games based on frame rate, based on pixelization and things like that. So if you have something that really takes a leap forward, I think that's what will help that in the long run. I don't think we'll see that anytime soon.
Nope, not at all. So, all right. Thank you for your emails, guys. Appreciate it. Now for the listener question. All right. So last week's listener question was, how do you determine what games you buy day one and what games wait for the bargain bin? For me, it all depends on if it catches my interest early as far as genre, story, and that's it. Genre and story. That's what I'm looking for.
So we're talking like Walmart bargain bin?
Like $20, bro. Like wait for that game to be $20.
It goes on to Xbox Summer Sale or something like that. I don't know. Let's see. For me, if I am currently already playing a game, then I'll have to wait. There's tons of games I want to play, but when Injustice 2 came out and Persona 5 was out, I still don't have Persona 5. I really want to play Persona 5, but now it's kind of at the point where I might as well wait for it to go on sale.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, it depends if I'm already, deep into a game.
Yeah. For me, it has to be a game I really want to play. Like Mario and Rabbids, like I want to play that game. The sad thing about Nintendo is Nintendo games don't get a price drop. Like first party Nintendo games, they never drop. So for you, it doesn't matter. It's never going to hit bargain bin unless it hits bestsellers.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then it
that's
drops
true.
to, like-
Do they even still do that?
They do. They did that for
Like
the
Player's
Wii.
Choice?
They did that for the Wii U. Yeah, they did it for the 3DS last year, which is a
Okay.
long time
Yeah.
to do it. Bargain bin. I mean, I don't play games hardly anymore, which sucks for me and my love for games. So usually Black Friday, because I work retail, I'm usually stuck working Black Friday. So my baby sister Shivani, she goes out to Black Friday and she now asks me, what do I want? And she'll go hunt for it. Like last year, like Doom was $20. Elder Scrolls, the Legendary Edition or whatever, was $20.
Did she go equipped with armor and
No,
battle
well,
axe?
yeah, her purse and her money.
Close
and,
enough.
And then I guess a
Coin?
phone. Pepper spray. I don't know.
Nice.
Oh, okay. That's a spell.
Yeah, so there was like 4 or 5 titles. Like Last of Us was $10. Ratchet and Clank was $10. Like I gave her a list. Usually she'll buy me like Big Bang Theory or some other random Blu-ray
Oh,
set
nice.
because it's bargain bin deals. Thanks, Shivani.
All right, cool. So next week's listener question.
Next week's listener question. Give us one of your gaming confessions. A deep, dark secret that you don't let anybody know. About video games, of course.
Or more.
Like a guilty
Well,
pleasure.
no, that's...
Let me know.
Guilty pleasure. Maybe you did something. Maybe you saved over your friend's safe file of Bioshock.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God.
That-
All right, guys. Well, that's our listener question. Let us know one of your deep, dark gaming secrets.
Confessions.
Yeah, let us know. All right, you can email us, contact@scspodcast.net. Reach out on Twitter, although I don't know if you'd want to give us some confessions on Twitter, but you can do that.
Specifically gaming related, please.
Not anything. I'm down for any story.
That's not what this podcast is about.
At Super Co-op Squad, or you can even chat with us on our website, scspodcast.com.
This one time at E3,
Yeah, I like those stories.
it's a wee zapper.
All right, guys. So our last segment, in-game boss battle. What's going on with us outside the world of the podcast?
How'd you do against beefed up Saren? Zangief Saren.
I just talked him down, bro, from his
No,
high.
you cannot talk him down. I told you that last
He's
week.
Saren.
It's my boss fight I gave to you. I told you the rules.
All you can do is tell me who he is.
Saren also had earplugs.
That was not described then. I got him to shoot himself. I was like, bro, it's okay. You're okay.
He doesn't have guns. He can't shoot himself.
He had a gun. He's Saren.
Not in this boss fight.
Wow.
Zangief doesn't have a gun.
All these rules.
Yeah.
You just gotta give me the guy. But that's what happened. All right. For me this week, I have nothing big, I guess. I'm getting Movie Pass. There's that. I'll be doing that.
Is it because of our podcast? Did you listen to our podcast and then I should get Movie Pass?
To myself,
One of the 100,000.
playing Enter the Gungeon.
I was listening to myself and I said, Self, you should get a movie pass.
Nah, that's not what happened. It's just $10 now. And then playing a lot of Magic still. Yeah, I'm looking actually to maybe hop back into Overwatch a little bit. I'm liking that they're fixing Mercy, which is cool.
Oh.
So that's me, man. All right, Garrett, you are gonna fight a guy who is made. He's just regular looking guy as far as his size, weight, strength, but he is made of nothing but Lego blocks. He can morph his Lego blocks into any form he wants, including just making a carpet of Legos for you to step on. But that's who you're fighting, Lego Block Man.
Okay.
You gotta find a way to defeat him
Do I find out now or next week?
next week.
Okay, fine.
And last week you fought yourself. You fought,
Yeah, but I answered that question.
you did.
Yeah, I
So,
punched
okay.
myself in the face. I win.
There you go. All right, Garrett, what do you got for this week?
Okay, I'm going to talk 3 things real quick. 1, big Mercy change. She is in the PTR right now. They are getting rid of her resurrection, sort of. She can no longer resurrect multiple people in a nearby vicinity. She is now going to have a Valkyrie mode where she can fly around. She becomes more powerful. They're going to do a really cool thing where when she's using her staff, either to boost your health or attack, it's going to spread and chain to other nearby teammates, which I think is really cool. She will still have a resurrection, but it can only resurrect one person, and there is a 20-second cooldown.
I like it.
So, some weird stuff. Next thing, I watched Death Note. It sucked. All right, moving on.
It did suck.
Have you seen did you see the meme I posted where essentially
I saw it twice.
Light is writing pretty much a list of bad movies and Death Note's at the bottom.
It's Dragon Ball Z Evolution, Speed Racer,
Speed Racer
Avatar:
was
The Last
good.
Airbender. Now, people are saying that Speed Racer, out of these Americanized movie anime adaptations or Western adaptations, Speed Racer has been probably the most liked one.
It was fun, man.
I actually did enjoy it. I didn't finish it, but I did like it.
Didn't watch it.
All right, moving on to my last thing. I checked out another movie. on Netflix called Kubo and the Two Strings.
That's on Netflix now?
That's a great movie.
Fantastic movie.
It's been on there a long time.
It's been on there a while, but it's been on my list. Did get around to it. Just kind of sat down one night, said, you know what, I'm gonna watch this movie.
You're a mean monkey.
That's a really good movie, and I will be buying it the very next time I see it.
Yep.
Just please, if you have not seen it, or if you have seen it, it's on Netflix. Watch it. Do yourself that favor.
It's a good movie.
I don't remember the last time I have heard of a movie that does still animation like that. Just
Pretty
one
much
frame by frame by frame.
Pretty much right now, just that movie studio. Leica?
Meh.
They did Box Trolls. I didn't see it.
Let's go back and watch James and the Giant Peach.
Caroline. I'm
pretty sure James and the Giant Peach is 3D animated.
It's Disney.
No,
it's not motion.
It's not.
It's not motion.
Is it really?
James and the Giant Peach?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't know if it's that studio
No, I don't think it is.
because I know Disney had something to do with it.
That's just a callback.
Yeah. But all right, that's been my week. Didn't want to go too long.
Thank you.
All right, Joshua.
I'll make up the time for you guys.
My God.
I tried, Johnny. All right, Joshua. You are going to fight. Or how did your battle with Hold on. Don't come to me. Starts with an
I
S.
won. I don't remember either.
Starts with an S. Sigma did it. Sigma from X1 with the claws.
He got me a couple times because he was jumping off the walls and just doing this weird stuff, but I figured him out. I mega busted his ass.
Did you get the Hadouken? Did you get all the armor pieces?
No, I didn't. I didn't have the Japanese version of the game.
Is that only the Japanese version?
Yeah.
I did not know that. That sucks.
Yep.
Wow, okay.
That's why when you see people streaming it, they're not streaming.
Well, usually that's because they're speedrunning and Japanese text tends to be the shortest.
That's true too. I'm pretty sure it didn't come.
Okay, glad to hear you survived. All right, but now you're going to fight other Sigma. You're going to fight the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Oh, God.
Damn.
Yeah.
Which one? Usually they come in threes.
What are you
the
talking
left
about?
head.
Okay, cool. Oh, no. Oh,
wait, no, that's the Blue Eyes. That's the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. All right.
I confused you there.
No, just the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Good luck.
Cool. Thanks.
Good luck.
Played some more Street Fighter. They just announced, I think it's Mernat?
Manta-Ray?
They announced the 5th DLC character for Street Fighter V. Looks a lot similar to Rose. She has this crystal ball.
Yeah, she reminds me
for
of
all of her attacks.
Reflect.
It looks very, very cool, very unique, very cool character. Those DLC skins look awesome.
Oh, I missed those.
It's at the very end of the trailer. So, in my opinion, with Akuma, the start, every character so far in Season 5 has been very unique and very different. And what it shows me is that you're taking a franchise that turned 30 this year, and you're reinventing the franchise with brand new characters, and you're essentially, in my opinion, making the game still relevant, where you're creating something new versus just repeat skins of Shoto characters or repeat characters.
Nice.
So I'm glad to see that.
Yeah, same here.
I hope Season 3, once they finally get arcade mode and all this other stuff that should have been in the game from the beginning, I hope it really has a big turnaround.
It still doesn't have an arcade mode?
It does not.
Pathetic.
Yeah.
Nice,
it really
though, yeah.
So there's that. And I didn't tell you guys. Okay, so yesterday I mentioned earlier in the podcast, what Johnny said I took too long. I talked about the Nintendo World Championship preliminary event. I actually went and competed and tried to get a good time on there. So I bought Mario Kart 7 2 weeks ago. I practiced and trained for about 4 days, tried to get my time down. And we didn't think there were going to be glitches where you can essentially cheat to do shortcuts, but they allowed it. So I ended up showing up there the night before with someone else, and no one else was there. No one else really showed up till 6 in the morning. So I was there prior. So they had it 2 days this year. It was Saturday, Sunday. They ended it today. The fastest time was in the 1:13s.
All 3 laps?
Overall for
okay.
On that stage. And wow, my best time that I accumulated was 1:17.19.
Not that far behind.
No, and then when I competed this year, they let you get 2 attempts, and you either do what you can on those ones, and then you can go in the back of the line and redo it again if you want. So I ended up doing 1:19. And I had to go back to work to drop something off. So when I got to work and saw someone beat my time and got 1:15 and then 1:14, I was like, it's not worth me trying again. And I was glad because I didn't sleep the whole night. In addition to that, at the Best Buy, and this one was in Torrance, they had demos for Super Mario Odyssey. They also had demos for Metroid Samus Returns. So I got some hands-on time with Samus Returns. the 3D looks pretty darn sharp, and it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good.
That's cool.
They really organized this very well compared to the previous year. They actually had a tent outside. I saw Matt. Matt. Shout out to Matt. And they also had exclusive pins for the first 200 people there. So I got a pin.
Sweet.
And they had 3 exclusive Nintendo World Championship posters. So Garrett, I was able to sneak and get you an extra poster. So I have this poster that's been sitting on this table for those, since we don't have video yet. So go ahead and lift up this poster.
What?
So it is a Metroid Samus Returns.
She's
poster.
in her sick, kneeling pose, ready to just mess someone up with that charge.
Yeah, and these are exclusive posters because they have the gold Nintendo World Championships emblem on them. So they had a Mario Kart 7 and a Mario Odyssey poster. So.
Oh man, this is awesome.
So you were mad because I was running late today. So I was like, I'll get you this, even though I was going to get it for you anyway.
I'm no longer mad that you were running late.
Thanks.
I will post a picture of this on our social medias. It is freaking awesome. Thank you so much, Joshua.
You're welcome. Sorry, Johnny.
Sweet.
I know you don't care for Metroid. So.
Not really. Nope.
Or Mario Odyssey. Or
we'll see. We'll see about
Kart,
that
so.
one. I like Mario Kart.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay, your in-game boss fight. Since you were saying it's too easy and you talk Saren down, you're going to fight Vegito Blue.
All right.
Which is a fusion of Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta.
I got an app for that.
You got an app for that?
I got an app for that.
Yeah, that's what the kids say now.
All right, cool. Thank you, sir. I'll take him down. All right, well, that is the in-game boss fight, and that's the end of our show. We appreciate you.
You have an app for that?
I have an app for that, yes.
Wow.
We appreciate you listening, guys, as always. If you have an opportunity, please head on over to Patreon, patreon.com/Super Co-op Squad. There's also going to be a link in the details and description of this episode. Go ahead and give us some love, guys. Go ahead and become a subscriber.
Right, Meow.
Right now, yeah, and become a patron, a vintage patron at $1. Once we hit our threshold goal, guys, we'll be adding a 5th episode every month, so some extra Super Co-op Squadian goodness for you every month. If you guys go ahead and over and do that. Other than that, guys, you can reach out to us as a group on Twitter at Super Co-op Squad and reach us all individually as well. You can reach me on Twitter at JohnnyMac24.
You can reach me at GJL3275.
And at Joshua_4_life, that is me.
Yep.
Leave out the "that is me" part.
Yeah, that's weird. All right, guys. Well, that is our show. We thank you. Have a good week, and we will see you next week right here.
Peace.